All right, what's up? You're
Yeah,
on
there
the
it is.
Kiss My Aho TV show. Kiss My Garlic. I'm Aaron, and I have Chase as my guest because I've been chasing him because he's gay.
Okay, because we're partners.
Okay, so I sent you the thing. Do you remember about this thing? I don't know where the
Yeah,
camera's at.
I do
On
remember
the
your.
on on the post, it said that if you bring a belt to a wrestling show, you should defend it. So next wrestling show I go to, I'm going to defend it.
I think you should just next time.
Anywhere. Take it to the taco shop. Take it to the
ADI.
gym. Yeah, take it to the gym. Take it to the pet store. And first person that says "cool belt," just clothesline them.
I'm gonna take it to a school, and this little kid like, nice belt. All right,
Yeah,
you asked for it.
that's funny.
Tombstone.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right, and then are you in your room?
In my children's room, my
My boys.
bedroom. So,
You should have gone in your closet.
yeah, no, I do.
Should have, but then you would see all my clothes, and they're all ladies' clothes because I wear ladies' clothes.
All right. So, where do you want to start with the evilness?
Well,
With
yeah.
I have incriminating stuff right here.
Mm. I
Everything you've said, I have written down here.
I'm pretty sure I have more incriminating things
Things on you, and it's not even like,
hard. It's just
what did you say? And then I write it down. I'm like, you can't just openly admit that.
You have like a journal about me.
Yeah.
Let's get Aaron fired journal.
yeah, yeah.
The,
Well, good luck.
pretty much everyone can get fired based on this journal. No one's a good person that I know.
I think that's a lie. I don't think we could either of us get fired. All right. So, what would be your dream job?
Currently, my dream job
Is anything that allows me to not go somewhere, like be at home and work a remote job. I have a buddy who sells like Medicare insurance over the phone. He just calls, he cold calls old people all day long.
and they sign up. So I don't really care that
That is like the income. I'm not worried about the income. I'm more worried about the hours and that it's remote because
Wait,
that
what
would allow.
website is that? So I can apply.
I know, right? It's Medicare. No,
It's Obamacare.gov, I think.
Obama. Is that like Obama stamps and Obama cell phones?
and Obama phones. Yeah, that
It's
was
a crazy thing. Were they really called Obama phones, or is that what just
people call them because they
didn't
didn't.
like Obama?
That's what I call them.
That's what I always heard. Free cell phone.
That on the side of the road.
And I don't even think Obama's black. He's more like caramel. I think I'm darker than him.
Yeah, you're probably on the
Same spectrum as color goes, but definitely
not as black as him.
My fellow Americans.
He plays basketball every day.
He's also gay, so
Whoa. Uh,
that's true. That one
one guy in Tucker Carlson did say that thing. So,
or it
which
could
I
just
did
be
not watch. I did not watch
that.
uh did you hear about all the rain Dubai is getting?
Yeah, I saw that, and
Is it a problem?
It's it's flooding.
well, I mean, like, is it flooding? I saw.
Yeah, I saw some of it, and I thought like, oh, I wonder. I mean, clearly they don't have the infrastructure to handle rain because that's not a concern of theirs. But how about Death Valley? Did you hear Death Valley is flooded too?
Where's that at?
Death Valley, California. It's like the driest place. I think it's
The driest place on Earth and the hottest place in America, and it's a lake bed, and
it's not rare that it fills up.
it fills up with water like every 20 years. But currently, there's like 3 feet of water across the whole lake.
Jeez. Is that by Yuma?
It's in California. It's like on your way
Way
between Vegas
and LA. I don't think
I've ever been through. by Death Valley. I don't really know where it is. I just know it's California desert. I think it's near a place called Boron.
which
Okay.
is
I'm just writing. I'm taking notes down, and I'm just writing fake news.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
even
you-
know what are your sources. You're like, it's here. I thought
I
Death
saw-
Valley was in Arizona.
No, people like to pretend. That's what I mean.
everyone talks how hot Arizona is, but California literally has the hottest place in the United States.
It's like regular.
Regularly sits at 120 degrees. It's also freezing cold at night because there's nothing there, so it just
Is cold.
It sounds like a planet from a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, I mean the
the what you experience is in the name. If you go there, you're going to die, whether hot or cold. It's gonna happen, day or night.
night death. So
All right. I'm starting out light because I know you're.
I'm a man. Yeah, I'm a man of.
Honesty, and if you ask too many crazy questions,
You're
Yeah,
gonna
that
hang up.
Yeah, it's very loud when you blow.
blow on the microphone. Heads up.
You want to see a
Less
magic
loud.
trick?
Yeah.
Can you even see that?
Yeah.
That's loud
It's-
too.
It's a condom for your mic.
Mm.
All right. What would you change about yourself?
I think
Those things are called.
puff protectors on the microphone. Anyways, or puff something.
Crackle. It's so the sound doesn't crackle.
Oh, pop.
Yeah,
protector.
pop filter. So certain words like Peter Piper pizza. It's the pizza people pick. Prickly
I had-
things.
My principal, Mrs. Kelly, who
was a Jew. Who I later found out as an adult was a swinger. But anyways, Mrs. Kelly she used to always do that thing with her S's where they would whistle
she would say, "Today's singing assignment."
and they would whistle really loud over the
Like the old guy from Family Guy. Like you want
Yeah.
some candy?
Yeah, just like that guy.
what did I change about myself? I really didn't. I don't know.
I wish I enjoyed challenging myself. Like, I don't like to do hard things.
And challenge myself unless it's like something I want to do, like
But I won't do it if it benefits me as a person. So I wish
I had more. I think it's motivation is what I'm talking about. Which I was motivated to do things that are good for me but not fun for me, you know?
You ever heard of David Goggins?
Yeah, F that guy. That guy's insane.
Saying though.
He's like
you know?
he says embrace the suck. So anything that's hard to do, anything that really sucks, he says to do it. Because
Yeah.
then other stuff gets easier.
I don't want to
do
do
those things. I want to do them
so. Maybe that's
Wait.
what I'll have
to
to
do, but I don't. We're not saying what are the things I'm going to work on. It's the things that I wish were different.
I'm definitely not going to try harder. But
You should go. Okay, since you're talking about teachers, you should tell me about that story that you said you went to some dude's house or something.
oh my gosh, yeah.
So he was. I remember it.
You don't have to go into
Uh,
details, but you can tell me some of it.
Well,
And how long ago was that?
This was probably
2016, 2015. He was a teacher. He was a retired.
retired school teacher, and he was a sweet old man. He reminded me of
I can't think of who, but if this is a crazy pull, but do you remember the oldest brother on Malcolm
Malcolm in the Middle, who moved away from home and lived with that German cowboy,
on like a
Yeah.
fake ranch? So it looked like that.
old German guy. I can't remember that guy's name. Probably Otto, but he looked like that, like just a sweet old man. And he had this cute little Yorkie dog named Xavier, which I remember that Xavier. And I remember seeing on his refrigerator, he had a picture of a young
Second grade class.
class, like young kids, like a school photo. And he was there, and I'm like, "Oh, are you a teacher?" And he said, "Yep, I'm a teacher." And I said, "Oh, that's sweet. Where do you teach?" And he said, "Well, I just retired. This is my first year of retirement." And I thought, "Oh man, what a sweet old man. He retired from, I think it was
A school district that we work at. But he then told me to go. I had to work. on
You mean
something
you work at?
Oh, do you not work there? Is this your only
job now?
Anyways, this place that you and I
Are familiar with.
Yeah, we
Where
probably heard about it. Yeah,
where
or
Josh
maybe in a
Jamerson
dream
or
we
whatever
thought
his name
about.
is.
We thought about it in a dream or something.
Yeah, I think a guy named
Josh Jacobson knows about it. But anyways, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt knows this place, and I went to this guy's house. It was an apartment too, which is crazier. Like it's an apartment, so you're like all these things are like
kind of normal. But then also there were some other
things
things.
that gave me some weird vibes. Like he had a bunch of neon signs of like a neon palm tree and a neon duck symbol, looking very similar to the StreamYard logo. And I thought this guy's kind of funny. Like it's giving me very like '90s gay vibes. Like he probably listened a lot to that song. Tonight is the night for love. Like just '90s club jams. And anyway, so I get into this one room of his house, and it's his office, and it's got this big like metal
Statue thing in the
corner.
and I'm like, whatever, that's fine.
And so as I'm doing whatever I'm doing for work, I get to the point where I'm waiting for somebody to call me back. So I'm just standing there in his office, and he's got a stack of DVDs on his desk, and I'm like, well, these are interesting. And I start flipping through them, like looking, just like I move the top one over, and I see
This very bald
dude with like a leather strap
outfit.
on, you know, the type, like a leather harness with a big metal ring and like leather, lots of black leather. And he had a big handlebar mustache, and he had a shaved head, and it looked like the lead singer of Judas Priest. So I thought, oh shoot, it's like a Judas Priest live album. But then as I pulled it down further, I saw the title of the movie was called Meat Fist. And I was like, I don't know what that is. So I flipped it over, and it was lots of inappropriate images of two men dressed similarly, one tied up.
Did you watch it?
I did not watch it, but I saw the pictures.
You didn't have enough
And
time.
Yeah, and then
I then realized that the giant metal statue behind me was not a metal statue, but was some kind of chair contraption that you get strapped into, where your legs and your arms are tied into place while you're in the sitting position, which allows someone else who's not tied up to do unspeakable things to you. And basically, it turns out this guy was like a super kinky old dude who was into hooking up with other dudes to do aggressive things that I
can tell you is on a video called
Meat Fist if you want to watch it. But
yeah, and it had a
cup holder on this big thing, and inside the cup holder was a bottle of lubrication.
Yeah. So.
And then I went back to his house later. Like,
wait, was he there the whole time?
He wasn't in the room with me, but
he knows it's there. He knows it's there.
Yeah.
He doesn't care if you see it.
Another time I had to walk into
his bedroom, and I walked in his bedroom, and as I was walking in his bedroom, I had to walk past his closet. And I wasn't snooping or anything. I just glanced into his closet, and I saw this machine, this like metal, looked like I don't know what it looked like. It like had a motor and stuff. I know what it was, but I'm just trying to describe it. And it had this big rubber hand on it shaped like this. And it was on a machine that did this. So
it was a saw. What is it? What do you call it? Reciprocating saw?
Yeah, it was a reciprocating hand jabber that he used to poke eyes out of his enemies.
It's the judo saw.
Yeah. He would only poke brown eyes though. He wouldn't poke other blue eyes or green eyes, just brown eyes.
Well, a brown eye could be something else.
Yeah, you got the joke.
You got the joke.
Hold on, let me write this joke down. Brown eye. It's pretty racist. No. Actually, my eyes are black like my soul.
My eyes are mega brown. They're so brown, I think.
Hold on, get closer. Let's see if I can poke your eye. Where are you at?
You gotta poke the camera screen.
Do you feel it?
Camera. Yeah.
Can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs?
Real weird that after we talked about poking brown eyes, you decided to poke my brown eye.
All right, that's it.
Pause for laughter. Okay.
Well, what about you?
What's
your dream job?
Not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I think it's like you're saying, it's not so much as a dream job, it's maybe just liking, like not dreading work and enjoying going to work and
Yeah.
making a living. That's what it is. Entertaining. I still haven't done stand up. I'm a coward. So maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's an open mic. We'll see.
Well, that's what's hard. I was thinking about that today.
Like doing what you love. And I like to go camping. And there are people who on YouTube who make videos
Always consistently about
camping, and that's their job, and it's the thing that they love to do so much that they make it their job, but then it becomes a job, or they just get tired of doing the same thing. But because they figured out that their YouTube
fans want to watch what they're
doing, but then they get to the point where they don't want to do it anymore, and that's kind of a bummer. And so, like,
Yeah, because you have sponsors and you have to be like on your best behavior, and then you have to like do different stuff.
Or like, did you see there's this guy on Instagram?
Instagram I just saw the other day. He's a potter, like he makes pottery and he spins it on one of those wheels, and he does it on a non-electric wheel. So he either spins it with his feet and it spins, or he like has one where you kick it and it spins. Anyways, it's pretty cool as it is. But he made a video where he was making like a ton of cups. He had like 15 cups on a plank of wood, and he goes to put like number 16 on the plank of wood, and then the plank of wood falls over and all his cups spill. And it was like funny and also like a bummer. And then now, after that happened like 2 weeks ago. Now every video he posts is him staging, wrecking all of his pottery cups so that he can make the same video again, because that last one he did got so many views. So now his whole shtick is
Looking like a fool breaking pottery.
when in reality he's like a pretty decent artist and was doing cool stuff before, but no one cared. So now he's going to have to keep churning out the content of breaking things if he wants to keep getting the views that he was getting, which is not what he signed up for, But he found something that sticks, and I feel like that's
Do what you love. People always say do what
you
you
love, but there's no way that guy loves making videos about wrecking pottery. So this makes me think, like,
because other people have said that too. Don't do what you love.
do what makes you money and then do what you love. Like, there's no need, but
Yeah, some people do both though.
Yeah, I don't do either. I just don't do my job,
and don't get to do anything fun.
I hate everything. I hate Mondays.
yeah.
It sucks when every day is Monday.
Yeah, I don't feel. Yeah, that would be crazy.
What if we only worked on Mondays? Then we really would hate Monday.
Well, like I told, like I said before, like if I would work 4 hours each day, I'd be so happy. Get paid the same.
I don't think. Yeah,
Just work till lunch and then go home. What if you get to go home and then you had to go back?
back out, like kind of like they do in Europe, where you have to go back out at like 3.
3 to 8, or I
Mhm.
guess that's too late. 3 to 6. What if you worked 8 to?
8 to 12, went home, and then went back out 3 to 6.
That's more than 4 hours.
It don't matter. It's just enough time to like.
I think what the point of it is like they do it for. I mean, everyone does it, but I think if you are
The sole operator of your business,
business, like you can't run your business and run your personal life. Like you have to have time to get groceries and set up your home and stuff like that. So I think that's why they do it. Like, look, you want to stay open during all the good hours of the day that people buy stuff. That's great, but you got to take a break in the middle of the day.
because then the other option
Option is you have to hire an employee to cover your late shift or whatever. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty stoked.
stoked on Europe. You got to try and figure out how to get over there and live over there.
Is that your 5-year plan?
Yeah, well after
After my trip at the end of March, like I
was pretty gung ho on it, but
I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it happen soon.
I think if I dedicate some effort towards it, I can find
A
a way.
way to get over there and move my family, which would be crazy.
But worth it.
That is crazy. And your wife is okay with it?
She's down for adventure, and also
She kind of wants to be like,
the nuclear reset. She's down to just fully end everything and then move. Like she wants to move to like
Iowa and live in like a corn farm, which
would be cool, but I don't know anything about.
farming sounds like a lot of work. But I want the experience. I want my kids to like see a different culture, even though like
Spain, the culture's not. It's not like crazy different. It's just a different,
different speed. Everything's a different speed.
and not that it's faster
Or slower. It's just a different speed, you know? And that's
it was refreshing. So
I think she would have to go first, I think. 'Cause that's a big
Yeah.
commitment. Go out of the
Yeah.
country, live, and then she's like, I hate this and I hate you.
yeah, that would suck.
She's gonna be like, you can stay.
Could you imagine
if we just cold turkey moved out of the country. Yeah, I'm sure people do it and I'm sure they hate it, but somewhere
someone's stoked on it? You know.
All right. It is Reddit time. You like Reddit, right?
I usually use it out of necessity.
Uh-oh, I
Yeah.
lost the one I was looking at.
I don't just scroll on Reddit
all day long.
What was the thing last
thing
time?
I looked at.
Oh, this one looks juicy. God, it's so long. I don't want to read too long.
Trying to reset something, I'm sure, on one of my electronic things.
I don't know what happened.
Give me the gist. Give me the TL.
LDR of
It was about this couple who are married for a long time and then they stop having sex. They're married.
On purpose,
or like they just stopped doing it.
Well, they're like 50. And I can't find it.
or was it a problem? You know, some people do that on purpose.
That's real tough.
I've heard lots of stories of where I'll have to tell you in private, but
of people
that their
marriages end. Well, it's because like if that kind of thing happens, then if one spouse feels that they're not getting enough, then they have the worry of finding it elsewhere. And if they go find it elsewhere, then that's adultery, and then they end up getting divorced. So
Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, wait. No. So the gist was that they really haven't had a sex life for quite some time, and the guy was like, I'm not gonna go look elsewhere, but he was more of venting because, and then some of the comments was like, well, when you get older, you're a dried up lady.
gross.
It gets dry down there. I'm like, well, I mean, you could always use butter, you know. So I don't see the problem. And then there's Viagra, Blue Chew, but I can't find it now.
All those things are.
Huh?
Said all those things.
things are not ideal scenarios.
Well, good thing no one's watching this and your family can't hear this.
All right, I'm gonna send this to all my family, my mom and dad and stuff. So maybe they'll get some pointers.
You had mentioned a comment on Instagram about vaping. And then your buddies got like offended, and I'm like, why don't they smoke like a real man instead of vaping?
Yeah.
Yeah, vaping is weird. I mean,
They made so Theo Vaughn has like an ad about something. I think it's interesting. It's basically air, so it's not vape and it's not
yeah, I've heard
nicotine.
about
that it's just
I
like
forget
a
what-
piece of wood soaked in something, and then you breathe the air through it, and it gives you the essence of something. Yeah.
Yeah, suck on this wood.
Well, I think those.
There's all kinds of
What's the other one?
zip picks that are like you can get toothpicks dipped in nicotine or dipped in caffeine.
Nicotine.
Nicotine toothpicks. But I don't know.
Nicotine's crazy. It's obviously an addictive thing, but
It doesn't do anything.
anything to you. I mean, it does, but I mean, it's not like a high that people are chasing because it benefits you in a way that
Other things do.
Okay, I got something stupid. This doesn't make any sense. I couldn't find the other one. Plus, I'm blind. It says, "Is whoomp a slur?" Genuinely curious as I replied to this misogynistic, and he said he'd be reporting me to the police if it's a slur in his community. I don't know what this is. I'm actively baffled as I have never heard of this before. I've looked into seen that anywhere that I have also had meaning. This is like bad grammar. Meaning as mocking disappointment. The best place to come is Reddit.
Oh, womp womp.
If
I
I
thought
need
it
it,
was whoop whoop like juggalos.
yeah, it's like
But
womp womp.
Womp
Womp
womp.
womp is a slur. Yada yada.
That's what people say when somebody complains or they're crying on social media and they're saying like, "You can't do that. You can't say that because it's racist." And someone goes, "Womp womp. I just did. Go to the police about it."
See, I want to read some of these, but it's just so long. I don't need a novel. Okay. So, I thought your kid was in the background.
no.
So, what's the most embarrassing thing you've done or recently? Like, for example, I think I told you about this. So, when it was like the time when it was like very, when it's like cold, kind of cold, like it's early, it's like 7 o'clock, but it's still dark,
Yeah.
and then your windshields are foggy. So, I was in a four-way stop. I'm like, this guy's not going. I'm like, I don't know what his deal is. So I made a left-hand turn, and then this old lady almost ran her over because I didn't see her. I felt so bad, and she was like, "Ah!" And I'm like, slammed on my brakes, and I felt so bad. But at the same time, like, who lets their nana out that early in the dark? She was literally like 60 or 70, but I felt so bad. But maybe I should have hit her that way. She doesn't try to do that again.
Teach her a lesson.
Because
Yeah.
and I blame my windshield. My windshield was still foggy, so that's pretty
Okay.
embarrassing and
Yeah.
stupid.
It was pretty embarrassing.
Embarrassing to blame your windshield for something that you did.
Like,
Um,
hold on, it's either my eyes' fault or my windshield. So these windshields or the windshields in my car wasn't my fault.
The car eyes.
or your eyes. Yeah, you
Yeah,
should have got. If Lightning McQueen was driving, you would have been safe.
clear eyes. Wow.
Wow. I don't know. I did run a red light yesterday. I turned left into my neighborhood as a motorcycle was turning left out. So I was going this way and he was going this way. So we did this number and I felt bad. I was like, oh shoot, I almost just wrecked that motorcyclist's life. But we weren't close. Like he hadn't even crossed the crosswalk when I was pulling into the crosswalk or pulling past him. But still, I was like, that sucks. Like I need to pay more attention. But it's because the street light by my house it's never red because it's to a school, and so why would a school on a Saturday at
Like 5 p.m.
why would that light be red? I don't know, but
So you're a monster.
Yeah. I mean,
I really did feel like one. It like kind of ruined my evening. I was like kind of visually shaken, and then
it was a bummer. But if I
Okay.
had to
blame anyone, I'd blame my wife.
not me. 'Cause she
Was she the one driving?
no, but she was reading
In a text to me and was asking me a math question, and I was like, I don't know how much money that is. Oh, almost just killed that guy. But no, I don't blame her. Obviously, that's crazy.
Okay, so I did eventually. I found that it says I have to quit trying to have sex with my wife. We are both in our early 50s. That's kind of old. Married over 25 years. We are both very physically active and in shape. We had an amazing sex life for about 5 to 8 years. The last 20 have been almost non existent. She has also been a stay at home mom the whole time. I've also had a very stressful, time demanding career. We used to argue a lot about sex because she would say almost no every time. I would say for the last 15 years we have had ugh, less than had sex less than 15 times, including zero in the last 11 months.
Bro, you should have
Gave up 14 years ago.
It came to a head about 18 months ago when I told her that I wouldn't ever ask her again if she felt like it. Fantastic. If she felt like it, then since then I haven't asked at all. We haven't done exactly once. Yada yada. He says, I'm looking yada yada. I don't even know if I'm asking for advice. I just thought it might be yada yada. Yada yada.
okay. What do you want me to say about it?
What do you think about that?
Well, like I've said 15 times in the past 15
years, man, and you're just now saying it's
time to call it quits.
like
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild to me. I mean, hopefully I don't, like bite myself in the
shoot myself in the foot by saying it, but like
by that becoming my reality.
in the future or whatever. But
Yeah, 'cause they're what, in their 50s?
Yeah. I mean,
Early 50s.
how important is
is
it?
it to the guy? I mean, it's obviously important, but it's clearly
He also said he wasn't going to look elsewhere. I think I skimmed through that.
But like the concern would be if it's a problem for their marriage.
you know.
Yeah, it says
but
I don't plan on leaving her and certainly not looking elsewhere for sex. I'm just not that guy.
15 years.
he's obviously figured out how to deal with it and how to cope with it. And
Or he's lying.
Well, not cope, but you know what I mean. Like he's got it figured out that if it's over, it's over, and whatever. She's
happy, he's happy. It's in other aspects of their life. So that's a tough one, man. I mean, I don't want to be
too open, but like I don't
have that issue currently in my life, and I can see how maybe that would be a problem
Give it 20 years.
Yeah, but at that point,
like
honeymoon's over, you know.
know. So,
But I don't know. Maybe she's.
if we want to get crazy, she's a stay-at-home wife. Maybe she's got a boyfriend.
Sancho Claus.
Yeah, maybe she's got
Santa
a.
Claus is coming to your bedroom.
Little short bearded
He knows
guy.
when you're working overtime.
Yeah, exactly.
And his time-dependent job or whatever he said.
So I don't know. I'm not here to give advice.
All right, give me your best joke. I want it to be offensive. I want to blush.
Tell a funny
story.
Oh God!
It's not my story, but one time this is actually my brother's story. My brother knew a guy, one of his college roommates, who was kind of a strange cat, and he ended up putting a deadbolt on his door so that he could lock his own stuff in his room. It was his roommate, so like they established early on, like, hey, we're not going to be weird. If you have food and you don't want anybody to eat it, just say it. We won't eat it. So he started buying food and he would keep it in his room. He had his own mini fridge. He had his own like little pantry where he'd keep all his sweets and stuff. And he had a PlayStation 3, which no one else had. So he put a deadbolt on his door. And one day they figured out, one of the guys that lived in the house figured out how to pick the lock on a deadbolt, which is hard. You should know. I know how to pick locks, and I can't pick a deadbolt, but he did it, and they got in.
Drill him out.
Yeah, they got in and they unlocked his window, so then they could go
outside the balcony and get into his room, and he never found out about that. So they used to sneak in there all the time and eat his food. Or one guy would
get on and play Madden on his PS3,
and he would create these special characters on the game and give them stupid names and be like a 7-foot quarterback who could throw 90 yards and stuff like that. And he would beat all the guys' records. So he had his own season, and he was trying to beat all these records because he was a real football nerd. And so they created characters and would smash all of his records with their created character. And then he would go back and be like, what the heck? Some made-up name, like Ronnie James Dio, the quarterback, just threw 700 yards in one game. That's crazy. And his character was probably a real football player. No, I'm right here. So, anyways, that's the story. They did
Have you ever
that.
seen that? It's like a meme, but it's a real thing. Oh, there's mittens.
This is Wednesday.
And
She's
Oh.
currently biting me and
scratching me. Get off of me.
I would have my cat here, but he's do the same. There's like a meme or something. Oh my god, look at those eyes. Meow! Meow!
she can't hear you.
Oh. Oh, because you have your earbuds in. Whatever. So do I.
Okay.
My daughter, it's funny because I was like, I found them today, and then she like broke one side. I don't know if you can see them. Like, thanks.
That's how they do it.
It's that way I
really
can
know
hear
why.
what I sound like. But there was like a meme of like a person that built something in Minecraft, and it says, "Please don't destroy it" or something because I work. It's basically they put a sign to not like raid it or loot it. I don't know if it was what it was.
Because
But
I work.
damn kids.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah,
see.
They ruin everything.
What type? What type of racist are you?
Whoa. I'm racist
Against anybody who's excessive in their ways. So, like
that teacher guy I was telling you about earlier.
earlier, even though he's not a race, but he is of a different orientation than I am. And I don't have any problem with people with orientations, but I do have not a problem, but I'll make fun of that guy to his face for liking to tie dudes up and stick things in their butt.
I'll make
That's
fun
the
of
cra-
him too. That's
that's
kink
the-
shaming.
Which I'm cool with.
That's
I mean,
the funny
don't-
thing. That's the funny thing though, like because guys are like always horny because of testosterone. So I figure it's even worse. It's even worse with like guys, you know what I mean? Because like if he's chasing a girl, it's not as bad. If it's guys involved, it's like all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no period involved. Oh, my head hurts. Like, let's go.
But I know some guys
who are
homosexual, and
they do. I mean,
it is and isn't a thing for them.
them, you know, like they enjoy being with their partner, but then at the same time they don't. Like it's not like it's just like a normal relationship. It's not like two dudes who are just
Horny is
rabbits all the time, you know. But then I've heard the opposite, that they're willing to do it so much that they go to a freaking park to meet up. So, anyways,
every town's got
one of those cool parks. You ever been to one of those parks accidentally?
wandered into some.
Somewhere and someone been like, "Hey, dude, you trying to hook up?" And you're like, "What?"
Where's that at? So I can
The
show up
one-
next show up
one in
next Saturday.
I can tell you where it is. It's in
Is it called the Crowbar?
No,
it's a park in Phoenix.
a dreamy draw.
On like northern in the 51.
Okay, I'm gonna read you some of my bad jokes. I think you probably heard them.
They call it Sodomy Gulch.
Where's it at?
Well, the park.
The real park's called Dreamy Draw, but the nickname for the area, because it's popular amongst the sinners, is called Sodomy Gulch, which sodomy is butt stuff. So
All right. So I think you heard this already. It says I was working up in the reservation and I was looking for hoes, but all I found were Navajos.
Yeah, it's true. Also,
Hold
you're
on,
the
I'm not done.
okay.
I'm not finished, damn it. Okay. I used to work at the hospital and some girl asked me what tribe I was from. I'm like, Tribe Called Quest? I don't know. Oh yeah, you'll like this one. You know, I could pass as Native American, Arab, or Latino, and black. And the bottom half of me is black.
you have you got fast legs.
A fast what?
Legs. You're a fast
Runner.
I got big feet. I wear 11 and a half for a short guy. It's not bad.
That's funny.
Technically, I should have been taller.
Jeez.
What is your
Never mind.
My personal record.
No. Of what?
I don't know.
No. I was gonna
say something?
else, but not important.
Here you go. Are you getting hypnotized?
Yeah, but by my keys over here because I'm trying to play with my cat. That's how you know. That's how you know this is going to be a smash hit.
I don't
Chase
know where
plays
my
with his
cat's
cat for 10 minutes while Aaron
I-
tells
honestly-
jokes.
I wanted to get my cat on the mic so I can hear him purr.
Oh,
He's like all the time, like
my
like a
cat has no
hair
wind up
on-
pole.
My cat has no hair on its ears.
Wait, that's a girl, right?
Yeah, this is the first time
My cat's been like out and about. We usually for the whole year, first year and a half of its life, we left it not locked up. It would come out every day, but it would only come out for a few hours, and it just lived its life inside of one of our spare bedrooms.
It's funny because your cat looks like the Michael Jackson from Thriller with the yellow eyes.
No.
I was like, what's going on here? Michael, is that you?
Yeah.
Jay.
How come Michael Jackson's not allowed with like around a school? Or why can't he? I'm sorry. How come he can't be close to a school? Because he's dead. That's why.
That's funny.
I set that up wrong too.
That's all right.
You didn't write that joke.
I'm a joke thief.
Sure.
That's why I don't sleep. I'm like, I gotta come up with my own jokes, and they're terrible.
No, you got
Good ones, but I'm pretty sure the black from the waist down one is not your joke.
But I haven't heard it. Who said it?
I bet. Honestly, I bet like Martin Short, that weird goofy guy who's always in movies with Steve Martin.
What about Casey Rockets?
Oh yeah.
Which one was it? There's so many funny ones. He's like, hey, instead of having an 8 a.m., wouldn't it be more fun if you woke up in jail? It's like, of course, he sets it up better, and he's all over the place. He's the crab man.
He is funny. I do like him.
I do like comedians.
So, do you idolize William Montgomery? Montgomery?
Idolize. I mean, I think he's pretty great, and I think
Everyone should think he's great, so maybe yeah. Maybe I do. Do I rewatch things that I've already seen him tell before? Yeah, I do.
I saw one the only one that was messed up where he got, because obviously I don't know, he's bipolar. He's got to be some type of crazy, but some lady said it was like his birthday. No, he didn't go and do a comedy like week with Tony or whatever, and he said he wanted to spend time because it was like his anniversary. And then some girl said, "Oh, you poor thing, or you poor baby." He got so mad that he had her kicked out.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because he's like, kick her out, and then Ari Shaffir is like, yeah, kick her out, and then Tony's like, okay, because like the show's crazy. He's like, you can't. So if you go to kill Tony, don't say anything when he goes on stage.
Yeah.
Unless you're Joe Rogan.
Or look dumb.
Because they'll call you out for that too. I
Yeah,
mean, there are
just wear like I don't know, take a bathroom break. That's a good time to just go to the bathroom.
Just don't watch him. The best way to watch William
Montgomery is to not watch him.
for fear of getting.
I was gonna
kicked
say, even if you have your back turned to him, it's like, how dare you? You know,
No, I think
he's gonna be so offended.
There are some jokes of his
I think what's funny is like his jokes when he first started
were like good, but
not that funny. Like they were funny, but not great. Like he has one that was
not that good that he loves to tell.
or loved to tell 5 years ago. But
Yeah, but obviously he probably got better. I think it's
Yeah.
cute how he has his little notes
Yeah, I like
for
him, though.
for one whole minute.
Yeah, And he used to write them on a paper plate.
And he'd come out there with a whole paper plate. He's funny. I like
Red-
him.
Mom. That's all I hear.
Yeah. That's funny.
And then who was here last week? Hans Kim. I got
So
so
you're gonna-
busy last week. I wanted to go see him.
So you're gonna do
The open mic.
I might if I have some
And-
balls.
and
I have
what,
if I have Dragon Balls.
and what are you?
Wanting out of it as far as like what happens if it's good? Do you just keep doing open mics?
I think it's just getting over the hump of just
Mm.
doing it because it's different. If I read it to you, it's different. It's like memorizing a presentation, I guess.
I have
Right,
pretty
and-
crazy.
Like stage fright, so I probably wouldn't do it.
I don't know if it's stage fright. It's just like I don't know what I'm doing. It's basically it's fear of doing it. But once I do them, and I don't even care if I bomb, and then I'll just try to write. If they don't land, rewrite them. I was listening to Mark Norman. He said that even if you bomb, he basically said, "Hey, the stuff you're afraid to do, you should do, like the crowd work or whatever. And then if a joke bombs, you should at least try it again. Like you should add a couple more sentences." Because all it is you're telling a story, and then at the end of the story, you have a punchline to make them laugh. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But can you remember all the stuff you wrote down? That's the thing. Because I have pages and pages. Oh, that's a love letter. Never mind. All these pages of jokes and no one will hear because I'll never do an open mic because you guys don't deserve me.
Okay.
But I will defend my title at the open mic.
Yeah.
I'll probably fight the bartender.
You could bring that. You should bring that.
And wear it under your belt, and then tell people that you're concealed carrying, and pull that out. So it's a good thing Arizona's whatever it is.
Concealed carry. And then I have my Kiss My Aho shirt.
You have a Kiss My Aho shirt on?
No.
Savage Tacticians. Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think my mic turned gay.
Well, I watched
This
you
mic's
turn it
pretty
gay.
gay, and I don't know if I should put it in my mouth. I'm conflicted. Is someone in the room with you?
No, my cat, but
Okay,
it's not a weird
Okay,
thing.
hold on. So I do have a joke. I haven't written it, but it's basically like, hey, I know a lot of people say I'm homophobic, but I don't want to catch the gay. You know, I don't want to catch the monkeypox, AIDS, and all that stuff.
Yeah, because you're AIDS-ophobic and monkeypox-ophobic too.
Well, I guess there's a lot of STDs within the Homo sapien, homoerotic community. But I think it's funny. Lesbians aren't catching that.
Yeah,
You think
I don't
so?
think they. No, I don't. I mean, I knew a lady with AIDS.
but I don't think she got it from lesbian
Stuff. The only
From
person I've
Lick
ever
a Lot
met
of
with.
Puss?
Yeah,
I don't think she was a dinosaur
the only person I've ever met with AIDS was a lady.
in the Dominican Republic, and boy, did I not know how to handle that. I was like nervous.
Dinosaur, that's our magic word.
Ring, 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 ring.
Like working on dinosaur systems.
Oh yeah, I think so. For those that don't know, we work
You ever-
together.
you
and
ever
it
get to-
sucks.
You ever get to a service call and you're like, what am I looking at? Like this thing, I've never seen this panel.
Yeah.
Either I've
and
never
it's
seen this
always-
panel or I've never seen something this old. And
And
why
it's
is
always in front of the client.
They're like standing there, like here it is, and you're like, what is this?
what am I looking at?
Yeah, like who normally looks at this? Because I've never seen it. And they're like, oh, the last guy died 10 years ago. And like, yeah, I believe it.
The guy, okay, oddly enough, when I was working on some cameras a long time ago, some dude who was doing cameras for the apartment complex, and all the cameras have obviously passwords, like the access points, the cameras. The dude ended up dying, so nobody knew the passwords to like all these cameras.
That's crazy.
So email your passwords.
Yeah. And then give everyone your password to your phone.
If you can give away one child Which one would it be?
Give away your child.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
tried returning it, but you can't return to sender, or like this one's defective.
I really wanted to give away this cat. I felt bad.
I felt like we were not giving it the life it deserved, but she is happy now, and I'm happy about it. But
Oh, she's cute.
You're lying. Is that Michael
Right.
Jackson?
Yeah. She just nuzzled into my son's bed and is gonna lay down now.
Have you ever heard of Fat Jackson Michael?
no, fat
Jackson Michael.
So my cat is really fat, but he has a soft voice. He's a big fat cat. So I called him a long time ago Fat Jackson Michael. He has a soft voice, like hee hee.
Your cat does?
Yeah, I don't know where. Actually, I don't want him on me because I have a black shirt, and then it's gonna get like all blessed by cat fur.
Yeah, cats are the worst.
Yeah, I don't want any pets. I want like maybe a platypus. I don't know what else. I don't think I can have.
I have a tarantula.
tarantula in this room with me right now that I've never touched, and no one in my house.
House has touched it. We just feed it.
Does it mean?
I don't know. I don't want to find out. It's actually pretty skittish. Like if I even touch this, the table that it's sitting on, it like will run away and hide. So, but apparently it's a really rare tarantula. And every time I go to the
Leave
pet
it shop.
they're like, "You should sell it to me," and I'm like, "Whatever." Or one time the guy's like,
You should breed it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know how that works. And he said, well, you need a male and a female. And I was like, okay, I get how it works. I know how
Is
babies
it a
are
male or
made.
female?
I don't know.
but the guy, I said, "I don't know how it works,"
I
meaning
mean, I don't know any tarantula breeders. I don't even know any tarantula owners because I'm not in that world. And
I was like, "I don't even know how that
that
works."
works. And he's like, well, you get a male and a female. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. I get that.
when
but
a
I
mommy,
don't-
a
Yeah.
mommy cat and a daddy
Yeah,
cat
I was about
fall
to
in
get
love.
the bird. I was about to get the birds and the bees in front of a whole wall of terrariums filled with lizards. And I was like, no, dude, I understand. I just don't know who has a tarantula. And then they told me if I breed it and it's a boy, then the boy dies. And I'm like, well, I don't want to kill my tarantula. So
Is it little?
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Not like a big one. I don't know. We used to have a pet tarantula when I was like in first grade, but I don't know if I want like a big one because they throw their hairs at you, and then
Yeah,
they have those big nasty fangs. Like, what's up?
I don't know if this
this one does the thing with the hair, but I pretend it does because I don't want to deal with it.
Are you trying to get it?
Yeah.
All right. Holy moly! Ugh, that's nightmarish.
But this is how
How big it is compared to my finger.
2 inches. Oh, so it's not that big, but still, it's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, it's
It makes-
from.
I mean, imagine if that thing gets loose. What then? Actually, the cats will probably kill it. I think you'll be fine.
Dude,
Cats
if it gets loose, I'm calling an exterminator. Just
Spray my house.
The cat,
'Cause I don't-
the cats will kill it though. The cats are pretty ruthless. Like they kill. I don't know about spiders. I know they killed like lizards. They kill rodents, and then like scorpions. They're just
Yeah.
ruthless. So cats aren't completely worthless.
Currently, my house
is infested with
bugs. On the outside, we have like a fly infestation.
infestation, like flies hatched. There are these flies called false.
Chinch bugs, and it's false chinch bugs, and you heard that right, chinch, yeah, and
That's
they
our other word,
But
but it sounds more like it ends in clink.
Oh,
No, I didn't say that. I don't have any of those. I have false chinches.
I don't think we could get canceled because no one's gonna watch this, and then nobody cares
yeah. you should
unless
look
I
it up.
send this.
I'm gonna post this somewhere.
Send it to HR.
Dude, what if this was a big ruse to get me fired?
What?
This is a big ruse.
ruse to get me to say a bunch of inappropriate things.
No,
about-
because I said, hey, we can't talk about. I don't want to talk about work. That's the other
No,
thing.
me neither.
Very minimal. Like, hey, we're like the best way to describe what I do is I am a fancy truck driver with tools. I drive around, I get fat, and then sometimes I break stuff, sometimes I fix stuff. That's it. That's the minimal. Because that's not who I am. That's what I do.
Yeah. I just tell people I'm an electrician. Like, I'm an
I
electrician.
get offended being called an electrician because I'm more sophisticated, I think.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't think so because, like, whenever they ask
You
me
to do a real thing, you're like, oh, I can't do that. They're like, oh, my diesel generator's not working at my building. Can you fix it? I'm like, bro, what? I don't even know how that works. Diesel? Is it a Cummins? What? I don't get it. So
Whitney Cummins?
yeah, I always tell people I'm an
electrician, but I do not work on light switches or outlets.
Bill
anything with
Burr.
wire.
Bill Burr's coming. You want to go? $500.
No, I don't want to go for that. That's crazy. Where are you buying
Your tickets.
They're
You buy them
from a-
immediately from a
They're
scalper.
from like a bootleg.
Yeah, you
buy
buy.
all your tickets from direct from a scalper.
And they're fake.
Yeah,
No, they're not $500. They're like, I think they're like 150. But Bill Burr is pretty. He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
And then what? There was Matt Rife.
not interested.
Why?
I don't know anything about him. I mean, all I know is that everyone says
Says he's good looking, but I think he looks like a chick.
He's handsome. Oh, you think he's too feminine?
he looks like a Bratz doll.
Kind of.
A Bratz doll or brass?
Bratz doll. He's got big eyes and big.
Big lips and
Ooh,
Yeah,
tell me
Yeah.
more.
no, you can Google it. Bratz dolls. It's a thing.
No,
Have you
I
seen
don't
that
wanna-
video?
I don't want to know about the Bratz doll.
have you
wanna
seen that
know-
video where the guy's interviewing some girls on the street outside of a bar and he's like, are you guys more of a Barbie doll girl?
Oh,
or
barbecue.
Bratz barbecue?
Yep, I
All
could
right.
tell.
Yeah.
Gotti.
All right, let's wrap this up. I gotta get.
Yeah, it's been more than we promised. Next time, be a little bit funnier.
Okay.
I think you might have to. We might have to do it in person or something so you can let loose.
Ooh,
I know
maybe
how
we
bad you are,
have stories.
Good stories. Send this
Yeah,
to
but-
Donna. She'll like
but
it.
this is not Theo Vaughn. You have to say that your teacher in third grade was a raccoon. You know.
No, that is the
Hold on. Before we leave, Theo Vaughn does have. I don't know if he's telling the truth, and he's my brother because he's half Nicaraguense.
Mm-hmm.
He said he said that he grew up with a kid that used to would poop outside, and he would make Theo shovel it, like basically like dig a hole for him so he can poop. I don't
I'm
know
sure
if
that
he's-
happened.
One time. I bet a lot of his
Stories happened one time.
I think maybe he has like brain trauma. Like that's why he's got that. He was born with a mullet, and then he got like his mom
like
got punched in the
Joe
stomach.
Dirt style. he wears the
Mullet to hide the scar of his open brain.
It's like the
Yeah.
mullet. It's like, and then you see the brain.
Yeah, he's exposed.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm gonna see you tomorrow
Yeah.
unless one of us calls in. Calls in gay or
Okay.
lazy.
I'll call him lazy. All right.
All right.
Sounds good.
Later.
All right. Bye. See you guys later. And it won't.